Now, buying and selling is a very, as simple as it sounds, is actually complex. Okay, tell me everything you guys know about buyers and sellers. What do you know about buyers and sellers? What's a buyer? What's a seller? Is it just a guy who sells and a guy who buys? So, first thing first, who's moving the market? You or me? Or big boys? Big boys, right? We all know that. The big boys are moving the market. Okay, which means what we're seeing is a big boy receipt. These are all receipts because this is a transaction that has already taken place. Correct? Godfather. These are transactions that are already taking place. So every candle that you see is nothing but a receipt, right? It's like a receipt of his shopping experience. Okay? What you're trying to do is, based on the receipt, judge him and saying, I know what he's doing. Okay? Just because his previous receipt says he bought a BMW, does that mean he's going to buy a BMW again? Okay, so this is where many traders go wrong sometimes. Just because they see a red candle, they think that the next candle should be red also because it's down, so I guess it's a down. We just keep going down, right? So we got to understand these things first. Before we get in, I'm going to show you a few pieces of logic that's very important, and it's a very major problem. I've seen this time and time again, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and hopefully you guys all have aha moments with this as well, because this goes very closely with buyers and sellers. And we use this concept with anything. You want to have a car? Okay, this is my nice boxed car. I did practice my drawing in school. There you have it. That's a car right there. And we got your horrible iPhone. Okay, really funky looking. Yeah, we'll call this the Ferrari. Okay, there we go, Ferrari. And this is the iPhone. Now, when this car gets released into the market, brand new, how is the demand? The demand is high. Everybody wants this. What happens when the demand is high? What happens to the price? It keeps rising. Prices go up. Keeps rising. The big boys, they buy. Now, what's unique about the big boy about getting that car? Who gets the car first, the big boys or the market? Just think about it. Do VIPs get access to exclusive stuff, or does the market get access to exclusive stuff? It's always going to be the big boys or VIPs, right? So all the activity is already happening down here. As the prices keep going up, the smart VIPs are like, I don't want it, screw that. I can always buy any car I want. I don't need it anymore. That price is way too high. But unfortunately, in the market, there's a guy out there who says, if I don't buy that Ferrari, I'm not going to look good, I'm not going to get any girls, and I'm going to be a loser for my whole life. So I need that car. It's expensive. Who cares? I'll just buy it. Okay. I'll buy it. He keeps buying it up there. Higher prices, higher prices, higher prices. More and more of these type of guys keeps coming in. Like, hey man, my neighbor just bought this car. Screw him. I'm going to buy that same car with leather seats. You know, I'm going to get a better edition. The next guy comes in. You know what? I want it with air conditioning. Okay, this is a horrible example because all Ferraris have leather seats and air conditioning, but you get the idea. People are just paying more and more for something that was initially valued at this price. Now, from this concept, as the markets, as the demand starts to decrease, like when the prices get too high, everyone's like, you know what, even I cannot afford it anymore. It's too expensive. You know what, I cannot afford it anymore. It's too expensive. I cannot afford it anymore. It's too expensive. All these people suddenly start saying, I don't want it anymore. And what does the Ferrari dealership have to do? Hey man, no one's buying, so if no one buys, what should I do? Discount. Here we go. Prices start to come down. Discount. And as they start to discount, those who bought it up here, they still have to pay their loans on very expensive prices. You guys notice this is happening with home buying as well? People buy houses right when everybody is buying houses and they're stuck inside a loan, and when the housing market crashes, everyone still has to pay the loan to the bank because that house is not paid off in cash. They don't have big boy pockets, right? So now they're like, oh my god, I lost so much value. Not just that, I'm paying on a house that's losing value, and I'm also paying interest on that. What is happening to my life? Is this a bad joke? Right? This happens all the time. This is happening not just to the housing market, it's happening in every market. This is how the markets move. Okay? Now, as the prices go back down, what happens? You know what? I'll buy one more. Same guy. He buys another one. Notice why he buys it. He buys it again from down here. While everybody else is like, you know what? Sell the Ferrari. Sell the Ferrari. Sell the Ferrari because the Ferrari is losing value. Sell it. Sell it. I don't want it anymore. And this guy's like, hey, I got a discount. Dude, buy it. What's wrong with you? You see the logic in the thinking of the market? Okay? These up and down movements are prints of the big boys. I call it prints because these are orders that he's gone through. Does that make sense? Okay, I do this in a lot of my webinars. Here we go. Markets are going up. They're going up. What kind of market is this? Uptrend or downtrend? Uptrend. It's simple logic. We've all learned this. In fact, even our dog looking at the screen is probably looking up, right? So everyone knows it's an uptrend. An uptrend has a logic of, if it pulls back, it's going to go up again. If it pulls back, it's going to go up again, right? So, what do you think the market is doing right now? Buying or selling? Good. Notice the word I use. What do you think the market is doing right now? Is buying or selling? What is the market? You and me. That's the market. We are buying. Why? Because we're looking at the receipts of what already happened and we're like, well, we're going to buy also. Okay. So the prices pull back to support and resistance. We're like, good. We got a discount. Let's buy it, baby. Because it's been going up. Oh, it's not going up. Well, we're in some profit. It's okay. Oh, it's not going up. He's still, okay, well, that's support right there. He's going to go up. Oh, yeah, I knew it. He's going up. Good, 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 good. Oh, well, that was weird. I guess it's not a buy. I'm stop lost. I'm stopped out. I think it's a sell. I think it's a sell. Yeah, it's a sell. I know for sure now it's a sell. Okay, prepare for sells. Notice the prepare for sells activate here. The prepare for buys activate here. Which means the big player already did all of his purchasing. He already did all of his selling. And we, as the market, are coming in late. We're coming into the market extremely, extremely late. Just knowing buyers and sellers is not enough. You need to know this information, and then you can know how to know whose market are we in. How many of you guys already have aha moments right now? You guys are feeling like you're having breakthroughs. Do not enter late. Do not chase the market. You only sell to buyers. Okay? You want to sell to the buyers, and you want to buy from the sellers. Here we are. Okay, Euro USD daily charts. Everyone see my screen and see the circle? Market's going up. Here's the highest point. Focus, guys. Here's the highest point. Pulls back. And then it goes up again. Did this highest point get breached? Okay, you're in a buyer's market right here because you broke above recent highs. Now, we are in buyer's territory, right? Okay, buyer's territory right here. Okay, markets went higher high. Now, in this buyer's territory, who caused the buy to happen? It's not just important to understand, yes, it's the big boy. It's not just important to understand the break of support and resistance, but it's also important to understand of who began that move. So it's this fella. Okay, we're going to call him Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool propelled the market all the way to the top. Not this Mr. Cool earlier, because this Mr. Cool couldn't do anything. So he's Mr. Not Cool. Okay? He's not cool. We don't like this guy. Okay? He couldn't do anything. Mr. Cool, on the other hand, broke the resistance and made higher highs. Okay. Now we need these 2 points of logic for us. 1, where did we break? And 2, who broke it? Who? That's important. Who? Okay, we don't really know who, but we're just going to call him Mr. Cool. All right, now, as we're looking at this, we're going to go further. Mr. Cool made it as high as this price right there. That's the highest price he made it at before he started to pull back. Okay, which price is this? Is approximately 1250. Okay, the price doesn't matter. He made it to this height. Okay, he made it to this height. From this height, the sellers started to come in. But for the daily guys, are they still selling? For the daily, what's the direction? The daily is a buyer. Mr. Cool, the big Mr. Cool, is still a buyer. But the 4-hour guys are like, it's not going up. It's still a sell. It's not going up. It's still a sell. Oh, look, lower lows. It's still a sell. Oh, look, lower lows. It's still a sell. Oh my God. What happened to my sell? What is that spot? Money spot. That is the time when we all start licking our fingers and saying, where is my mouse? Where can I click the button? You know, bring in the ATM. You know, so that's the part where we start getting interested in. Of course, it's not as simple as I'm making it sound. Of course, there's a lot of work that goes into this. But I wanted to break it down into a basic logic. Okay, there's a lot more to it than just like, you know, oh, look, it's a pullback, we just buy it. You know, so, but this is the concept. This is the concept. We're looking at this area as it comes down, as it comes down, as it comes down. We're like, good, we're going to buy it now. So how do you use time now? So now that you understand who is in control of the market, whether it's a buyer or a seller, and now you know you don't want to be in the wrong direction, because if you're in the wrong direction, any strategy that you do is going to fail. Okay? If you're in the right direction, your strategy, even if it's the most idiotic strategy, has a high chance of winning. Okay? Even if it's simple stuff like, you know, if it just comes up 3 points and it touches a pivot point or it touches a support resistance, I'm just going to sell it. Why? I don't know why, because it looks good. Even that can work as long as the logic is there of people are buying, so you need to sell it. All right, so a lot of the stuff that I'm discussing here is actually part of the Mastering Price Action course that I had. How many of you guys actually understand everything that I'm saying because you saw it in the course? Of course, it's more detailed in the course, but yeah? Okay, good. Okay, hopefully this is helpful for you guys too, because it's like good repetition as well.